Why don't you play louder? Why don't you play louder? Why don't you play louder? So loud, you should be pumping it high, high volume. Why don't you play louder? Why don't you play louder? I wanna keep the crowd. I wanna hear it loud.